Okay.
Go ahead, sweets.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Wait, I gotta get comfortable. I don't want like the farting sounds of the leather, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I think I'm good now.
Okay. Ready, Freddy? I can still hear you. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Codependence. Ding! I should have a little bell, shouldn't I?
We should have a hypnotist come one time.
A hypnotist?
Yeah.
Have you ever been hypnotized?
I have.
Has it worked?
Yes, and it was on a stage and everything.
Why and how?
It was like, I think it was in high school or college or something, and like it was someone that came for an event type of thing, and then I got chosen to go on stage and I was actually hypnotized. But and I'm like a non-believer.
But like how long does
it was like a 2-hour session that he did, and he like was able to like snap you out of it type of thing.
Do they make you do different things when you're under hypnosis?
What I remember people telling me is that you had to like go up to the person that you found most attractive in the room, and I like beelined it to this guy, I guess. Sounds bad.
See, I don't know if I'm trying to be hypnotized.
Well, we can set parameters.
You can? Well, how do people learn how to hypnotize
with the neck
people?
Movement?
Because I just find that very fascinating.
I don't know. I mean, if like hypnotists solve murders and stuff.
Like what are you? Hypnotist?
It's a hypnotist.
To be under hypnosis.
To be under hypnosis, like you can go back in time, like they can bring you back to a place. I imagine it's similar to your ketamine journeys.
This sounds like some voodoo.
It's a little bit of voodoo, but ain't nothing wrong with a little voodoo. I don't see nothing wrong.
He's canceled.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't just be out here freewheeling
with a little voodoo song. I know.
But okay, so
that was an original though.
But listen, I'll be open to a hypnotist. I'll be open to a hypnotist. And have you ever had a medium reading?
I actually haven't, and I really would love to. Okay. I love watching Hollywood Medium.
Yeah.
Only on YouTube,
or like Long Island Medium.
See, I've never seen Long Island.
I like her, Teresa Caputo.
Oh, you know her name, but I like Tyler Henry or whatever his name is, because like he brought Whitney to Bobby. That was so beautiful.
I haven't seen that.
He brought like Michael to LaToya.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's really good.
Yeah, I believe in mediums. I've had a couple readings so far. And also, there's this one favorite medium that I have, Spirit Tiffany.
Yes, you've told me about her.
Yes, let's
get her
arrange that because I love mediums. I do think you should only do it like once a year though.
Okay, well, can we make that once a year soon?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Have I had one this year? Well, I had one at the beginning of the year,
but
it was involuntary. Oh, hey, a lot of things happen in Costa Rica.
No, we're not going back there.
A lot of things happen in Costa Rica, girl. Change your life.
Okay. To the matter at hand, we're going to talk a little bit about dating, red flags, some really strong deal breakers. You're in a space where you're open to dating a little bit more. Like you seem a little bit like more with it.
Yeah. More with it?
It wasn't meant to be.
No, I know, but it's funny though. More with it.
What should I say?
I don't know, but that's funny as if like.
But I know you're not with it.
Yeah. No, I've definitely been more open to. And also, guys, I'm so sorry. I am not sick, but my voice sounds crazy. Yes, I've definitely been more open to dating lately. And that's all I'll say. Really, I'm just trying to put myself back out there and be open to it.
How's that going?
It's tough. It's so hard. Because here's the thing. I demand a first date, love a first date, but there are so many things that I don't want to be too judgmental on a first date, so I'll typically do a second date.
What does demand a first date mean exactly?
Like, I demand a first date.
Can you expand on that? Like, what do you mean?
Like, if I meet a guy and he's like, I'll explain.
Yes, and like, please break down what a first date actually looks like.
You pick me up.
This is not the dirty South, my friend.
Okay, just to hear me out.
I'll try.
If you ask me out, or if I get your number, whatever the scenario is, I'm not doing this whole, hey, you want to like hang out here? No, it's a proper date. Like, you're going to pick me up. We're going here. you put together an itinerary or you put together the reservation, whatever, and just let me know what it is. I'm not going to go and hang out with you somewhere. Will I maybe... I'll consider, just given, you know, how we've met, how much conversation we had prior to our meeting about... not prior to... I'll consider, depending on how much we conversed the first time we met each other, I will consider going and meeting up with you like at a bar. I'll consider it.
Let me ask you, how are they to know that you want to be picked up? Do you tell them? And if they, because I don't think that is the norm in New York City.
No, it's not the norm. I'll tell you.
So you have to communicate that if that's what you expect, and you do.
Yeah.
And what does that look like? Like they have the car waiting downstairs, meaning like
like send an Uber
for you.
Yeah.
They don't have to be in the Uber.
No, not necessarily. Not if you're like downtown coming up.
Okay, but let me say, so that means you're also giving out your address.
Perhaps.
Well, no, not perhaps. If you get
you can come to my building, but I'm not giving you my unit number. You don't need a unit number to get an Uber.
This is true. I just wouldn't do that.
Or
Because then you can't, because you know what else that means? It means you can't back out last minute.
Yes, I can. I can be like, I can't find the Uber. Why can't I?
Okay, you know what? You're right.
I cannot walk outside my house all day long.
This is
I'm very
true.
good
You
at that.
pretty much don't do that as it is. Okay, so number one, it has to be like, I want to take you on a date.
Yeah.
Number two, it has to be, I want to take you on a date and I'm sending a car for you. Right? These are Ciara's rules to dating.
Not rules. Yeah, they're rules.
They're rules.
True. I'm not going to be like thrilled about it, but I'll, call my own Uber too and go meet you at a restaurant if I have.
When's the last time someone sent you a car?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. And did you have to initiate getting sent the car?
No.
Okay. I like that for you.
Thank you.
Anything else that they need to know?
No.
See,
I don't know. What?
I don't know if I necessarily relate to those rules. What I do agree with is like specifying that whatever we're doing is a date.
Yeah, it is a date. We're not hanging out. I hate a come see me ass motherfucker. I hate that shit. I hate a want to hang out. I'm like, well, I don't even know you yet.
Well, how else do you get to know somebody?
You take me on a date.
I don't understand. Okay, so but
okay. When a guy says, "Can we hang out?" Yes, but there needs to be parameter. We're going on a date. It does need to be, I think, determined that it is a date and we're not just hanging out. That feels so like high school to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Like I'm 27 years old,
which is a high schooler, but yes.
But shut up, bitch. I'm old. I'm getting old. Okay. Not as old as you.
Yeah, bitch. I'm aware of my age. Thank you. But okay. All right. So be it.
Is it harsh? Do you think I'm a little harsh?
No, I think you're very traditional or more traditional. I don't want to say very traditional.
Yeah.
You're more, but I do. Again, I've said this already on the podcast that I feel like you're making me become more traditional. Because didn't I just finish saying to you right before we walked in here that you are kind of like my moral compass?
You mentioned this, and so I want you to elaborate on this particular topic of me being your moral compass.
When I do something that I'm like, maybe this is questionable, the first thought is not what would God do or like what's God gonna think of this? It's like, damn, now I have to tell Ciara.
It's not WWJD, it's WWCD.
It's not what would you do because we're different, but it's like what will you say? How will you react?
But are you saying that because you think that I am being judgmental towards your actions?
I don't know if I think that's too strong. Mm-hmm. But I know that you'll have an opinion, and I would prefer your opinion to be on my side.
Okay.
Like it's never stopped me from doing something,
right.
But I've done things like, and then be like, damn, like I don't even. Like, the thing is, I can't keep things from you, but at the same time, I'm like, do I have to explain this to Ciara? And like, is she gonna be disappointed?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be disappointed? No, we make mistakes. I mean, within reason, like I want you to always be safe and make smart decisions, and I'm America's mother. And ends. Bitch, are you gonna cry?
No. It's just there's something in the air.
This girl gonna cry.
There's nothing to cry about.
Okay, well, have I ever been like super disappointed in you with anything that you've done?
I don't know if you've been like outwardly disappointed, but I think maybe also because remember, like, I'm a very internal thinker. Like,
yeah.
I have like 18 dialogues going on in my head at times.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like even if you're like, it's okay, I'm like, is it really though?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know she doesn't think it's okay.
Well, it's not even that. It's mainly me navigating like, okay, what could the next move be? But like, it's nothing that I feel like I've ever gotten caught up on or like not spoken to you about it.
Yeah. No, I don't think that either. I just think that, yeah. I do.
I don't know if it's a good thing that if I'm, your moral, if you're debating your moral compass because of me.
Well, maybe it is WWCD because I'm just like, she wouldn't. But sometimes you surprise me too, bitch. So it's like,
No, totally, girl. I surprise myself sometimes.
I don't really know what it is, but I do know that when I'm doing something that like could be considered questionable.
Can you elaborate on in what realm? Is this like dating, sexually,
Mainly dating, both.
life stuff?
It's really the dating. It's like
Dating?
anything to do with a man
Okay.
or a boy, which is really what I end up dealing with. Boys.
Me too.
Yeah. Like, especially when you say, this is what you'll say. You'll be like, I haven't talked to you in a few days, so I know you did something crazy. That's how you start off the conversation. And I'm like, great.
You're right. You're
Great.
right. Because
let me now go to confession and like confess my sins to my friend.
Okay. Well, can I start off by saying I apologize? That's never my intention.
No, we're not fighting.
Okay. Well, I just want to also be clear. Like, it's never my intention for you to make it seem like you need to come to confessional and confess your sins to me. That's never what I'm trying to do or say. But you do go ghost for like days when you've done something or like when
Because I'm scared.
Why are you scared though?
I don't.
Who am I?
You're Jesus to me.
Don't give me that.
Like, you have a great relationship with God. I
don't have a great relationship with
like
God.
Jesus loves you. Look at your phone. Jesus loves you.
I do. Look, okay, here's what I'll say. So I also grew up with like conservative parents in a way of like, yeah, you give your body to people who are special to you. It's giving your energy. And so I grew up with that like mentality. And so it's been really hard to kind of sever those thoughts when I'm dealing with sex. So yeah, that does fuel a lot of my thoughts. And look, I've had my own battle with, sexual relationships with other people. Like, am I giving myself to this person too fast? Am I like,
Since you have such a moral compass, how do you figure that out? Because I can't call you in the moment.
It's a battle. It's definitely a battle. And I get a lot of guilt sometimes, but then I also have to realize I do have to bring in reality and whatever God may think of me and realize that, I'm not damned to hell if I sleep with someone. He doesn't hate me if I, sleep with 2 people in a week. He doesn't. He's a forgiving God. And not that this is like a God podcast, but, but they are things I take into consideration. Like, I don't really want to, give myself to everyone. And that is totally fine if someone else wants to do that, or if you want to do that.
I'm not even really that way anyway.
No, you're not. But I'm not striking judgment on people who do decide to like live their lives that way. I don't care. It's not my body at the end of the day. And honestly, how I feel about it is it's not my bed, so I don't care. It doesn't matter that much to me. All I can control is what happens in my bed in my home.
But my bed is your bed too.
Correct, but like,
because your bed's my bed.
True, but we grew up differently in the realm of like religion and spirituality and
Yeah, I didn't grow up with any religion.
But look, my mom was also very realistic about sex, and I think she still is very realistic about sex. I think I'm more buttoned up and tighter lipped.
I'm so happy you caught it because my mind was like, oh, tighter lipped into pussy.
Stop. Yeah,
I
see,
want my
like
pussy power necklace for you today.
oh, you are wearing your pussy power necklace
just to get you going.
That's
and you
cute.
said pussy. Listen,
I know.
say it again. Try it out.
Pussy power. It's cute. I'll never wear that, but it's cute.
It's not for you to wear. It's mine.
I don't. But yeah, so even my mom she's just more realistic, and she always presented sex as like a very factual thing, like penis, vagina, terms are all this is what it is. Like, but you know, she was quick to call someone fast. So, you know,
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, but also it came from the perspective of her being a single mom. She never wanted us pregnant at 16. She was just like, I just need these girls to grow up, get an education, and get out of my house. So she was,
which you guys did successfully.
Right.
She helped you do that.
Yeah. So, you know, that was her method. I don't know. I don't know. Like her mom.
Maybe your mom is my moral compass.
I mean, look, Sheila lives rent free in my head all day long. But my mom's mom had her kids very young. So, but it was a different time. Yeah, it's a different time. I feel like I just wanted a tangent. Like I hope that my religious beliefs don't influence you necessarily, or like I hope that I'm never coming off as judgmental, as if like I'm not going to love you regardless of the decisions that you make. I don't care. Also, I want you to have a good time. Like you're only in your 30s once. You're only in your 20s once.
I'm in my late 20s.
You know what? You almost got me for a second, because
that Remy Ma said that she like reclaimed her age.
You didn't go to jail.
No, but she said jail and COVID. So I did COVID. So therefore I'm in my 20s. Thank you.
But you know what? You almost had me for a second, but then I was like literally backtracking our history, and I was like, I was there when you celebrated your 30th. Okay, so you're 29. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I still also want you to have the best time in your 20s. And that's sometimes how I have to balance myself out, where I'm telling myself, look, I'm in my 20s. Like, this is the time of mistakes and doing fun things and risky things. And, you know, but I also think I have a different perspective of being in the hospital, where I know that I'm not invincible and life is short and diseases exist. So
the diseases.
It's like it's also like I've got a lot of different turning parts between religion, healthcare, my mother, you know.
I do know, because I have to talk to you about my sins, and then I hear all of them.
Okay.
But we're not fighting. Do you think we're fighting?
Like, I'm not trying to be a horrible friend.
You're not a horrible friend. You're my best friend.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Okay. Let's reset.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Literally shit fucking happens. If you want to cry in the shower, which that tends to be my specialty,
I feel like
do that.
No, I'm not a crier in the shower, because I feel like, well, like you have your shower cap, usually your hair is tied down before you're in the shower. It's like not conducive, like with our hair, to cry in the shower.
To be in the shower that long.
Unless it's wash day.
No, girl, I'm crying in the shower.
Yeah,
like, my hair is wrapped. It'll be fine. I'll figure it out, whatever it is.
I'm not a shower crier. I'm like on the couch, freak out. It builds up, cry, need the dogs to hug me crier.
Yeah. Or I'll call my mom and I'll cry.
I don't call my mom, but recently I will say that if I'm having a bad day, and like, you know, Kwame's obviously like one of my really good friends now, and if I hear his voice, it's like this, it's like, and I said this to him recently, I was like, you know, when you're having a bad day and you hear your mom's voice, and like you hear your mom's voice, and immediately. Just like the waterworks start
immediately.
That's been happening with him now, which is like he's literally family now. Like we've crossed that nice threshold of like, you are the most platonic family member to me.
It's a good place to be in, though.
And if I start talking to him and I'm having a bad day, I lose it.
Yeah, there are certain people, you know, when something's going on, the minute you see them, it's just like, and I take that as
You're safe.
like a sense of security, right? Or like this person who you can be the most vulnerable with, and like they're going to receive it. But well, I'm saying this, but my mom is definitely that person where I will cry immediately. My dad is that person, like I will cry immediately. My uncle, my aunt, like there's certain things, certain people who just get you.
Yeah.
And
That's cool. You have so many family members.
even
that do
though
that.
no, but my dad doesn't
I know.
who I am really. So I feel like it's weird, but I think that speaks more so to my like childhood self than my adult self. Because we were very close at one point, but I like that you guys have been able to get to a point despite everything that's happened that you guys can now kind of like rely on each other, because you guys do support each other a lot emotionally.
We do.
And that's like
It's annoying because people don't necessarily look at it as like a healthy thing. I think like there's a lot of judgment about being friends with your ex.
Right.
But I don't know. It doesn't feel toxic. Like I don't see the
Right.
toxicity in it.
Yeah, and if it doesn't feel toxic, then why can't
We
you
have
guys be
clear
friends?
boundaries.
Right.
We were always like, he obviously, like whoever you date is one of your best friends, if not your best friend, like for however many years you are together.
Right. My only thing is like, how do you guys navigate telling your partners like, oh, this is like someone I used to be engaged to, but we're not together anymore, but we are still really good friends, and also keeping your partner secure in the relationship with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like we have become closer again in the time that I've been single. He is also single. So I think when we have significant others, which we both have had post each other, it's been like there has been more of a distance, I think, just out of respect, because
Right.
like I'm not looking to blow up your relationship and vice versa. But the other thing is like straight up, I don't want an insecure man to be around.
Totally, yeah.
So would I want them to feel safe and secure and respected? Yes. I think that that's just like a conversation that you have to
Right.
have. I don't know if there's like the right way to navigate it, as long as you're communicating about it.
Yeah. I think it's as long as you're putting everything out in the open, no
Yeah.
one feels like no one feels like anything's secretive or
Right. Like Kwame and I are not going to get married in 10 years from now after being like, oh my God, we were right in front of each other. No, that's not.
Does he know that?
Yeah, no, he knows that. That's not what it is anymore. And like there was a time and place for our relationship, and that time has passed.
Yeah.
So, but he's also someone I do want in my life. He is someone that I consider family.
And y'all's families you're close to his family, and your dad loves him.
the ground. that
Loves
Kwame
him,
walks on.
you know, so your families are linked also.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, well, I honestly think that it's harder. Like when I was dating Oliver, for example, there was still pictures of Kwame in my family's house.
Right.
And I thought that was disrespectful.
Dating who?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
for a split second I thought you said his name. I was like, wait, dating who? Okay, sorry.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
And like that was a point of not contention, but like I had to be like, Dad, you actually need to remove these like
Right,
photos.
like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But the photos have since been removed, and like everything is good. If you open my sister's iPad, the background is a picture of the 5 of us. So my my immediate family and Kwame. That's a little much too. Like you don't see me
Yeah.
looking at pictures of Kwame every day. But as long as like the guy I'm seeing understands that like I have eyes for you and you only, then like
Yeah.
plus Kwame's obviously doing his own thing too. So
Yes.
which he's more than entitled to do.
Right.
So there's really nothing there like that. It's not that deep anymore.
Yeah.
And it took time.
Yeah.
It wasn't immediate. Like we didn't speak for years.
Right, which is like an important factor.
Yeah.
You gotta have like some space to kind of like figure out your own shit.
You have to like
heal.
fall out of love. You have to like be secure.
Get
like,
over the
whatever.
resentment, the hate, or whatever
Correct.
was there,
Yeah.
and just be able to be like, my thing is, it all works out the way that it's supposed to.
But you know how people will look like hang out with their exes and be like, man, I can't believe we ever broke up. I can believe why we broke up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like there's no yearning.
Yeah. Damn, I'm trying to think. Do I know any of my exes where I'm like, damn, I wish we never broke up? I don't.
I certainly don't.
No. No. Okay. No.
I almost made
Had
a
to-
joke,
had
but
to-
I didn't.
Save it.
I will keep it to myself. Thank you. Okay.
If I do say so myself.
Let's talk about deal breakers, red flags. You asked me to take the time to write down our top five.
And you
Maybe
probably
it's not
wrote-
top five, but like for me, it was like the first five that came to mind, and you did the same, right?
Yeah, probably a little more.
You know, I have a list.
Wait, can I hear about this pickup line?
Oh,
Just to like start us out.
sure. So I actually got a DM. I think it was last night from God knows who, just a man, and he sent me first a picture of a dog on a leash.
Oh, girl.
Do you know this line?
Yes, because
He did the same thing to you.
somebody did this to me.
And he goes,
But this was a couple years ago.
oh, I've never seen this. So there's that. So he sends a dog on a leash. Oh, this is at 8:35 a.m. this morning, actually. Then he goes, Kilo, get back here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he goes, sorry, he's always getting out. What's up, though?
Yeah. Yep.
That was like,
It was. It's clever.
I mean, I'm not
You're not mad
responding.
at. You're not mad at it though.
No, I'm like, that's okay. And then, wait, speaking of DMs, I also got my first girl in my DMs. I don't know why I'm so excited about this.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. First, what do you? Okay.
like, for
Like she's trying to holler.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So she had DM'd me the other day, and she was like, I'm trying to find it. She was like, hey, with us heart eyes. And I was like, is a girl coming on to me? But like, whatever. And then she followed up like days later, and she was like, okay, hey is obviously a really bad pickup line, but she sent me like a little bio about herself. I was like, I'm so and so. I like to do this and that and the other. I don't remember what all the things
I
she said.
love girls.
And I was like, this is so
girls are so
wholesome. Like it was
So personable.
so nice. It was so nice and personable, and it felt like chill.
and
And
genuine. And what a nice way to be catcalled in DMs.
it was really respectful, and it just felt nice.
Are you gonna message her back?
No, because I'm not into girls, but I like wish I could be like, we could be friends.
Right. You know.
You know, because I would be, from what little she said, her friend. I can't find her for some reason. Maybe she like took it back because I didn't respond, and I'm sorry, sweetie. I actually thought it was a really nice message.
Maybe
Like,
you
girl.
should just say, I think that this is amazing and the best
Well, the only
way
thing
to be approached, but I think you're great.
I found it. Okay, so hey was a really bad pickup line. She said hey on a Wednesday, then Sunday she wrote to me, I'm shooting my shot. So hey was a really bad pickup line. I'm shooting my shot. I'm from New Jersey. I currently living in Philly, 28 years old. I'm in marketing. I have a puppy. I cook a lot, and this has gotten progressively more awkward the more I type it out. Okay, have a great night.
Oh, that's really cute.
Isn't that cute? So men, if you actually want to DM me, there's your like blueprint.
She has a dog and she
has a dog.
cooks. You guys could go to the grocery store
We go to
together.
the dog park. Like we could be friends.
Oh,
But she doesn't even live here, so I really can't. Be
oh,
a
she lives in
friend.
Philly.
Yeah, she's from.
Oh, what's an hour?
Okay, well, like no, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
get
gonna
it.
ask her if you want to have a drink. Like, take an hour to come. I'm not going to her. But I thought that was a really nice message.
That's okay. I don't see any red flags there. That's a great pickup line. I also don't hate the dog line either. I've gotten that one time.
I hate that you've gotten it because I thought I was special. But continue.
I mean, look, a dog's a dog.
I know I'm not special either.
A dog's a dog. But yeah, he did. He was like, oh my God, my dog lost. I think it was a bone. He threw the bone. And then the dog. And he was like, oh my God, my dog lost his bone. He had to go find it. Sorry. Like, but hey. And I screenshot it and saved it for a while. I thought it was funny.
I did
But-
screenshot the guy with the dog too,
Yeah.
but I'm also not going to respond. So like, where do I draw the line?
Okay, so let's get into our
You want to
list.
share yours, or okay? Can I
First
ask you
date. What?
do you think my number one red flag / deal breaker would be?
Are we talking about like on a first date or in general?
I think generally. I feel like you should know the answer to this because you know me. This is a lot of pressure I'm putting on you.
Yeah.
But I expect you to know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Your first in general.
And this could, if you want to take a hint, it could apply to like just friends as well. You don't know me. It's taking you too long to respond.
Wait, no. Give me some time. My head's operating at a slower speed. I'm on my period. Okay. Well, my first thing is that I want to say is like has a palate of a toddler, but that used to be me, but I've grown.
I actually didn't put anything about food and palates on my list.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I just kind of know that no one's going to ever have
the palate that you have.
First off, like I don't plan to date anyone else in the food industry. If it happens, it happens, but it's not a goal of mine. And I just like, I dated someone with a really, really advanced palate. So it's like, there's
you've
really
done that. Yeah.
only going down from there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
feel
true.
like anyone's going to match that. And so like, that can just be, plus I'm still friends with him as we just talked about. So like I can go eat with him.
That's true. Okay. So someone who doesn't like dogs.
See, I didn't put anything about dogs either.
Okay. You just said
I
what it
said
is, 'cause I'm-
clinginess.
Clinginess.
You know I cannot stand when you're like on me 24/7. I need space.
Like super affectionate.
Not even, it's not affection. It's like, you want to hang out today, tomorrow, the next day? Do you want to
Right.
talk morning, noon, and night?
Correct.
Can I call you 18 times a day? How are you doing? What are you up to? Blah, 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 blah. No.
Yeah. That was your number one red flag.
I think that's just how
Or
I feel.
ick.
It's, yeah.
What are we calling it? Nick or a
we
red
can call
flag?
them, we can say the ick.
The icks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of did mine differently. I did mine for first dates.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, mine can apply to first dates. The first thing I wrote was loud chewer / like bad at eating, like messy, gross. You like smack your teeth. You are just disgusting.
No, listen.
You agree?
I agree wholeheartedly. So much so that I'm willing to ruin a relationship over it because recently I've discovered that I have misophonia, which is all just making so much sense.
Wait, I just learned what this is
Right?
like maybe a week ago because Shada has it.
I have it.
Oh,
I have it. I discovered this term like 3 weeks ago now. I have misophonia. I cannot stand like I have a visceral reaction. I become wildly upset and irritated when I hear someone smacking, chewing. Honestly, and it started out very subtly. I did not like I don't like the sound of coughing. Like there's a certain cough that drives me nuts. Like
so weird because you cough all
like
the
a
time.
COPD smoker cough though. Like it's a
When you
loud
said smoker cough, you pointed at me and I want to know why.
No, I really wasn't.
I'm like, damn.
You don't have that. I was just saying like exactly what it is. A COPD smoker cough drives me insane. Someone who is just, I can hear the little smacks.
The smacking for me is disgusting. Like nobody should
If you
ever hear
chew
that.
your food and you're a smacker, no, I just, I can maybe deal with it if you're not super bad. Like there are some things that, yeah, maybe you might smack on the first bite, but I'm looking at you like,
But isn't that such an awkward thing just like to address? Like,
no,
hey, can you not?
because
smack?
I'm not going to be driven insane.
Well,
no.
to me, I'll just not ever see you again.
No. And I texted my mom this the other day. I was like, I think something's wrong with me because I have,
Are you talking about the sounds?
yes, I was like, I am so sensitive to certain sounds that people make and sounds in the city and noises, certain noises that
Which is
the same
wild,
thing.
Sierra, because you live on the noisiest
Yeah,
block in New York City.
I do.
One of them for sure. Like talking to you on the phone, there's always something going down right outside of your
37th
window.
Street is busy.
Don't tell them that.
They don't know which avenue.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
See, there you go, giving out your address to people now. All these people are gonna be there to pick you up.
No, but
Take you on a
listen.
date.
So I tell my mom this. She just responds back and she goes, "Country girl ain't used to noises." And I was like,
But you lived in Atlanta. Atlanta's not the country.
Yeah, but I grew up in the suburbs. But even Atlanta is just not anything.
Time to come to Brooklyn.
It's not even that busy. I don't really feel like, in Atlanta, I did have a train that I really enjoyed. That was a long, drawn out noise, though. I have a problem with like short staccato like noises that are repetitive. Ugh.
Okay, so that's also one of your pet or your red flags. Your
Chewing.
icks.
Yeah.
Chewing.
All
So
right.
we can agree on that. You want to give me one?
Okay. Well, because mine is like.
It's fine. Just whatever it is, it's going to be good. I promise.
Okay. So because I thought we were more like first dates, orders Pepsi.
Yeah. Well, duh. We are Coke girls to the day we die.
If you order a Pepsi,
it's honestly Pepsi's disgusting.
like you're weird.
It is like if you prefer Pepsi over Coke. Because, like, I will be at a restaurant, and if I really want a Coke, and they'll be like, we have Pepsi products. No, thank you. I don't want it.
I'll just get,
You will get water.
sparkling water.
I don't know if that is a, like, red flag for me, but it would definitely be, like, putting that in. I'm noting that for later. So when you actually piss me off about something, I can blame it on the Pepsi.
I can blame it on the fact that he orders Pepsi.
Correct.
Okay, orders.
Give me another.
Go to a restaurant, he orders a chicken. Yeah.
I don't mind that.
You order, if we're at a nice restaurant, you order a rotisserie chicken.
Okay, so like I understand that chicken is like the least, like to me, when I go out to eat, I almost never order chicken.
Never.
Because I can make chicken, but I can also make everything. But
I can also get it from Costco for $5.
it's not the same. Hopefully it has a sauce and like a side and whatever. I personally have been ordering chicken more and more these days because I'm trying to like not be so judgmental about chicken. But yeah, so okay, so we're not aligned. Like those two things are
These are in no particular order.
Those are things I would note, but not things I would be like, I have to find the exit immediately.
Okay.
Give me more.
These are in no particular order. Tells me about his band.
Yeah, we don't date boys in bands.
Can't date a boy in a band.
Sorry, Shada.
I can't date a boy in a band because I just can't take you seriously.
I mean, we were just, when I just said to you, like, I was like, Shada's dating a guy and he's in a band. And we both just looked at each other like with a smirk. And I don't know what it is.
He's in a band. Now,
that's like,
who's this band? Who is the band? Kings of Leon?
No. It's not a band that we know the name of.
Is it, the band Perry?
See, I don't even know who that is. Zach Brown
Brown Band?
It's like the only band I can think of. Is Queen still going? Because Queen's a band, right?
Girl, I don't know. Queen. Like with
Freddie Mercury?
Well, he's dead.
I learned that recently. Which is so, I had to ask Nina about who this Freddie Mercury man is.
I was like, he's not alive.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
The Temptations, that's a band.
See, I don't look at them as a band though.
Well, they're a group.
I don't really want, no, it's just a no for me.
Okay, it's a no for me too, dog. Okay, doesn't pay or.
That was on mine.
Yeah. That's never happened to me though.
Well, I think that also comes down to making, like, I think that goes with your first thing, like it has to be identified as a date. And if we have now put a marker on this, like this is a date, are you reaching for your purse?
Girl, no.
You don't even reach.
I'm not.
I'm a reacher. I will reach because I will.
You reach every time?
And half the time all my cards are missing.
You ain't even got a card and ain't got money in the account.
I got nothing to even offer, but I'll be like,
you got frauded 10 times a year. So you're still reaching after all that?
I do still reach.
No, girl. See, I'm not. Here's my thing. What am I going to reach for? A pump and fake? What? I don't plan on paying. If we're out on a date, I'm not even faking it because I know good and damn well. If you even let me, like something's wrong with you. If you even let me jerk the motion of picking up a card, something's wrong with you. No, I'm not paying.
What if you asked them out on a date, which you would never do?
That's not happening. I was like, that's not happening. Look, if we've been dating and there's somewhere particular that I want to go or I want to take them, I'll absolutely pay. My thing is, it's not about my ability to pay. It's not about the resources. It's about proper courtship. I'm not paying.
Okay.
I'm not paying.
Stop for a second, because we have like so many societal norms that are put on us as women that we will complain about, right?
Totally.
And this is one that is put on in a heterosexual relationship on a man to pay.
Yes.
What, like, why are we so gung-ho about that? I'm just playing devil's advocate, but like,
Girl play.
but you know, like that to us, that's like non-negotiable really.
Correct.
But these other things we want to challenge.
What am I challenging?
That's true. Like, you're actually pretty like you're pretty feminine. Like, you're feminine presenting. You do kind of fall into like the societal.
Yeah, I definitely subscribe to gender roles, and
Yeah, you do.
But here's the thing with the contrast of feminism is traditionalism. So you have to have both, and they do have to have some interworking relationship, because you can't have one without the other. So yeah, and I do subscribe to certain gender roles. I think that I'm willing to maintain certain things, and certain things I'm willing to do without.
She said she's willing to maintain, and I know she means like a household, but like
What?
do you even maintain your own household?
Okay, bitch, why are you trying to come for me right
I'm
now?
not even coming for you. I'm just like calling a spade a spade.
Wait, do I maintain my own household? What does
well,
that
I
mean?
guess to your own standard.
Do I pay my own bills?
Oh, okay.
Have I ever been close to eviction?
Look at the way you're looking
No.
at me. Oh my god.
I have lived on my own since
I struck a chord.
I moved out when I was 22, and I've never asked my parents for a dime. So I can maintain a household. Now, whether I keep it clean or not, I have my cleaning lady come as regular as she needs to. You know, that's all.
Okay, so if you're in a relationship and he's like he's going with his traditional male roles, and you're doing whatever. Well, females are traditionally expected to like cook, clean, and take care of the kids, right?
Correct.
What are you doing if you have a housekeeper?
What?
No, I'm not coming.
I know if I have if at the time if I have kids.
No,
what do you
we
mean?
don't have kids yet.
Oh my god, I'm still working. Here's the thing. I don't have to follow it all to a T. It's give and take. So do I expect a guy to pay? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm also working. I still believe I'm going to have a job. You can still be a woman who can subscribe to certain gender norms if that's what you want, but also be independent and have things for yourself. You don't have to be like all the way on one side and all the way on the other. You can be in the middle, and I feel like I'm definitely in the middle. I've always had a job. I'm going to continue to work. I do want to stay home with my kids when I have kids.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want to be able to stay home with them until they're at least in kindergarten. But will I be working during that time? Sure, absolutely. But I don't want to be in a position where I'm going into an office. I want to be able to delegate my businesses the way that I can and stay home with them as much as I can so I don't miss those years. And like it's a balance, but I am expecting my husband to go to work, but also here's to say, like, I don't have any of that yet. So it could all change when that time comes. But in terms of going out on a date, do I think that you need to be paying for this first date? Fuck yeah. Do I think that you need to be paying for the second date? Absolutely. The third date? Totally. The fourth?
So when are you going to pay for something when you're official?
Look, who knows? I play it by ear. But it's not like I'm not contributing at all. Because if we go somewhere and, we grab like a coffee, I'll pay for coffee. I'll pick up lunch or something. But for the first couple of dates, I'm not pumping and faking because I know I'm not about to pay for it.
I'll pump and I'll fake.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
Okay, so then I looked up on Psychology Today.
Okay.
The biggest 7 deal breakers in relationships.
Okay.
To see just like how out of touch
How
we are.
we compare. Oh, I also had one more.
Oh, please share.
Wait, talks about high school and his high school athletics.
I don't know why I feel like that's talking about someone in particular, but
Oh, who?
like this is I will add on to that. It's the men that peaked in high school.
Yeah.
That feel like they have some sort of complex because they were like hot in high school type of thing.
Yeah.
That want to like relive their glory days.
Or they're just always talking about high school. I'm like, that was 20 fucking years ago. That was
How old are the men
30
you're
years
dating?
ago.
30?
I'm just kidding. But I was like, but that was a long time ago. For me, it was 10 years ago. So I'm not still talking about high school.
Yeah. Wow. So these are these are a little more aggressive than where we were going. But
Okay.
these are the top 7, and we can get into all of these. Number 1, being abusive. I feel like that goes without saying. I didn't think I had to say that.
I was like, I didn't think I'd have to specify,
Spell that out.
But you know.
Okay, so being abusive, number 1.
Okay.
2, being arrogant. I wrote that down as
You know that's my thing.
you like it.
No, I hate an arrogant.
I don't like cockiness. Confidence is sexy. Cockiness is very unattractive
No.
to me.
If you have an air about you, no.
Yeah, and if
I
also like
can't.
I can't get a word in because you're right about everything, we are not going to get along.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one is clingy.
No, that was one of yours.
Dirty is another one.
Okay.
Hostile, unambitious, and unattractive.
Well,
I mean, if you're doing any of those things on that list, to me, you are unattractive.
yeah, ambition can be another one that's definitely like a big deal breaker. I get that.
What do you think about those? Like, would you? I guess we think of deal breakers in a different light because we didn't really name a lot of those, but also maybe we didn't feel like we had to.
Being unambitious is so unattractive. There can't be. I get you have moments where you just like feel stuck, but someone who's doesn't have goals that they're reaching towards or working towards.
I once dated a guy. I was young.
Can I see that list?
Sure. And the actual list is at the top. He was like older than I am. He was probably like maybe 15-ish years older than me. And he had just gotten laid off from his job, and I thought that this man just like loved to sit on the couch, and there was something about like I was going to work every day,
Right.
and he wasn't. And he would and on top of it, he was clingy, so he'd be like, when are you getting off? When can we hang out? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, no, just because you're not doing anything doesn't mean I'm not doing anything.
But like you felt weird leaving for work every morning and him not.
I mean, we weren't living together, but
Yeah, like he was
to be
too
honest,
available.
he lived right next to my job, and
Yeah.
and I used to work in a bakery, and I had to be there very, very early.
Yeah.
And having the convenience of his place right there was really nice.
Yeah. Well, how long was he laid off for?
I don't remember like the full details of everything. It's been so long, but in the time that we were seeing each other, he never had a job.
And how long was that?
Probably like a few months.
Was he actively looking for a job?
He was, and he was like building a house. Like, it's not like he didn't have money or like couldn't provide or like take care of things or anything like that. It just was like I felt like he was. The other thing is I find video games like something about a guy that sits at home all day.
Oh my God, I can't stand video games.
I've never dated a guy that plays video games.
I have.
And
it'll annoy the
the
fuck
crazy
out of
thing
me.
is I love games. Like, I love to play games. I love any sort of like gaming activity. But if I feel like you're like sitting at home and like smoking weed and just like playing video games all the time, I'm like, you can do that without me in your life.
Yeah, like I can't do the video game thing. I've dated people who do like video games, and it used to slowly drive me insane. I'm like, and I get it, Madden, 2K, whatever, but not all fucking day long.
That. And I feel like that's what he was doing. Let me talk about this guy for a minute, actually, because have I ever told you about the man that wrote a blog post about me?
A blog post.
Oh my God. I have not told you this story. So like
It's the same man that got laid off.
Same old man.
Okay.
And he was just like pissing me off more and more. He would start sending me like, this is like before like FaceTime was a thing, I think. Mm-hmm. Not that I remember when that started, but he would send me like texts of videos of himself, like when he was home, just being like, hey, just checking in, like, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, you have nothing to do, so you can like take the time to do this. So that was happening, and I just like felt like he wanted more from me than I was willing to give at that time. Right. I remember specifically like it's because he was building this house or like renovating this house. He was like, what vanity would you want? And I'm like, no.
You're like, are we even there yet?
We weren't even boyfriend and girlfriend. We weren't even really like we weren't even exclusive or anything like that. It was like a dating situation. So I was like, I got to leave. So I sit him down and I'm like, we're done. I don't want to do this anymore. And he didn't take that well, which is like red flag number 1. And then he like asked me like, please, can we just have like dinner? I'm not expecting it to change anything, but like, I just want to talk to you. So we ended up going to dinner, and I like made very strict boundaries. Like this is like, I'm here to hear you out, but like, do not expect any change. We go to dinner at this very nice restaurant in Boston. And like, I think the bill at the end of the day, dinner was fine. We chatted, whatever. Bill maybe was like $500, $600. I was like, let me take care of this, because I didn't want him, even though I didn't pick the place, you would never do this obviously, but I was like, I don't want him thinking that I am here for this like dinner experience and like taking advantage of him type of thing.
No. In that instance, I would absolutely pay.
Okay. He was like, no, it's like really not necessary. Do not pay, whatever. I
would still pay.
Nothing happened. Like I went on my way. You could tell he like was hoping that the tide would change. Tide did not change. I went home. We got into like a bit of a tiff at the end because he wanted the tide to change, and I was like, I told you no. Yeah. Whatever. It still ended like semi amicably. I went home. He went home. I was on like his Facebook, or maybe I was Googling him at this point, because I'm an internet sleuth, and I find that he has a blog page, like a blog. He has a blog, which red flag number 2. And then I see that he has like a recently published post. Like it was like published like within 30 minutes. So I read it.
This was the night.
This is the same night as this dinner. It starts off, I'll never forget this. Fuck you to the girl that I just dropped $600 on at insert restaurant here. Fuck you, fuck yours. You took advantage of me. Da, 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 da. All this. He's going off on me. Yeah. Off on me. This guy was like 42 or something of the sort. Like he was old. Maybe he was 38. I don't know how old.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
even matter.
He was old enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I also remember when we were dating, like being like, he would get mad about certain shit. And I was like, no, you're kind of crazy. Like, no, thank you.
Right.
He then writes another post. Like in the time that I'm reading the first post where he's like chewing me out, he writes another one being like, I need to apologize because she has always told me to like pick my battles and not get so upset about things and like not freak out in the moment and like take a beat before I react. Yeah. And I just reacted without taking a beat. So he's having this like whole internal dialogue with himself.
Him live from the blog.
Live from the blog. I blocked him on everything.
Yeah, and you never saw him again.
I've never seen him again. No. I like unblocked him like once getting new phones and stuff, and he actually still reaches out to me to this day, being like, see you on Summer House, or like, so cool, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no.
A blog?
A blog.
He's a blogger.
And he never told me he had a blog.
For that reason. So that maybe he chewed other people out on this blog.
No, I read the whole damn thing. It was just me.
All right, so my other red flag, a guy with a blog.
And like
a guy with a blog.
That goes, I feel like that is in the same category. Like I don't really love dudes that take selfies.
I do have this thing when I see a guy making content.
There's male content creators.
I don't know why. It's judgy. I just want a guy that's just like a dude. He just like wants to play in the dirt and like.
No, I don't want that either. But
be obsessed with me. Whatever.
Maybe we should find men for each other and then set each other up. Is that a bad idea?
Girl, where are you finding yours at?
Well, I don't really know because I don't leave the couch.
So where I'm finding yours at?
You go out.
Recently. Okay.
So you can just do it for me.
Yeah, I was like, so this sounds like I'm getting the tail end of the bargain, but it's fine.
Well, you're too picky.
I'm too picky?
You think I'm pickier?
I'm picky?
You think I'm pickier?
Are you kidding me?
Do you think I'm picky?
You're picky as hell.
You think I'm pickier than you?
You're picky.
No way, Ciara.
Bro, you're so picky.
You are out of your mind for even putting that on me because you are like, you won't even talk to people.
That is not true. I'm shy.
No, it's not even about the shy.
I'm
when
shy.
You're once over and then you're like, don't even talk to me. But I'm picky.
You're picky.
What am I picky about?
Are you kidding?
What am I picky about?
Bro,
Name 3 things
name 3 things.
right now.
Bitch, we gotta go.
No,
The
don't-
hour's over.
we have time today.
No, we don't.
What am I picky about?
Everything.
No way.
Oh my God. First of all, if you even tell me about who you're going on a date with, that's a start, but you're picky.
If I'm not going on a date. Oh, I do have a date.
I'm saying if you even tell me about the
Oh,
date
because
you're
I
going
don't
on.
tell you until I do it.
Yeah.
But I don't. You're talking about. No. You're talking about this one time that I didn't think it was a date, and I did tell you where I was going.
What one time? See, we got too many times now.
I do tell you when I go out, when I leave the house, because I'm like, make sure I get home safe. But I'm picky.
You are picky.
I feel like. Maybe we'll talk about that next time because I really feel like you got me confused.
With who?
Somebody else. Not to say I'm not choosy. However, I
should be
think
choosy.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone should be, but I do feel like you are pickier than I am.
Who's to say?
Me.
Who's
I
to
said it.
say?
I said it.
And who's
Mya.
to say?
WWMD.
Well, it's really WWCD.
Goodbye.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, rate, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you listen to, and we will see you next week.